Writing is his soul. His creativity is who he is.
Writing has really helped Steven out, and I do think it has unlocked so much of his potential for him.
My work history is rather eclectic. I started out in high school working full-time, and I was cutting poles for a pole mill. I ended up getting a job working for the McLaren's Correctional Youth Facility for the Oregon Youth Authority, and I worked as a cook in their kitchen. My buddy John offered me a job working as a direct support provider for his children who are on the spectrum. And then we ended up moving to Georgia, and Georgia didn't have that same support there as Oregon does. And that's when I started delivering pizzas. By then I had started writing my story on Pocket FM, and it was really ramping up at that point where I was actually starting to see a possibility of this being my career. I started writing full time, and this is hopefully the last job I'll ever have because I really enjoy it.
I'm just more excited that he's able to not have to worry about anybody, working for anybody ever again. He's free to do what he wants to do, which is what I think everybody should aspire to do.
Besides being good at math, and he was one of my top students, we also did other things like we'd play chess and some board games and card games at lunch. I would open up my room to whichever students wanted to come during lunch, but there was a particular group that came, and Steve was one of them.
I realized that it wasn't as much a game as it was telling a story. Ever since I was young, I've been writing these stories and these adventures and these crazy hooks and narratives and trying to always surprise my players and now my readers. When I was in high school, I had a creative writing teacher who, she read my stuff and went, "You should pursue this." And when I started talking about being a writer, pretty much everyone else was like, "There's no money in writing. You don't want to do this." And so I didn't pursue that path.
Writing-wise, I think, he could have started a lot sooner, but until Pocket FM, he saw that one day needing money to survive with, because, that takes priority over what we love.
So I saw the little write button and I clicked on it and I was like, okay, this seems simple. And so I went and I knocked out a few chapters, right? And then I got it up to the point where they're like, you can publish this. And so I published it.
It was really flabbergasting just how quick it jumped, because it went from 1 to 1 million, and it felt like almost no time. And now I think it's 6 million or something or 5.6 million or something like that.
When you think about Steve, you just kind of think about him as a funny person who's just unique. And then when you realize how many people follow him, it's like, wow. I mean, it's crazy.
There's been numerous times where we were laying in bed watching a show and he got a message on Discord and he immediately picked it up and answered it. And I'm like, really? We're in bed. And he's like, it's a new listener. I want to make sure they know that I appreciate them. Oh man, he finds manga to be an inspiration. He really does.
And I was like, so what did you say you write again? He's like, my vampire system. I was like, okay, you're the reason I started writing. And he was just like, what?
He actually called me right afterwards and he's like, oh my gosh, you would not believe this. He was a total fangirl at that moment.
One of our challenges in our little school is people don't think big enough. There's no reason you couldn't shoot higher than you ever thought you could, or the people around you thought you could do. I think his story just really affirms this.
I never really had thought about what I was leaving behind in the world. And now I have something that's going to be more or less my legacy.